You might be in a situation right now that seems impossible. Like it's never gonna get any better. Like things are never gonna change. You keep treading water, just trying to catch your breath, just to keep your head above the water and not drown.
It seems impossible for me to let this go.
I want to encourage you to keep fighting, my friend. Maybe you're in a relationship that you seem all hope is lost, like it's never going to work out, he's never going to change, she's never going to stop doing what she's doing. Or maybe you're in a situation where you're single and you're trying to find Mr. Right or Mrs. Right, and you feel like things just keep falling apart and you're never going to find that person. It seems like nothing works. Well, I want to encourage you to keep fighting, and what seems impossible can happen. Because my God is in the business of doing the impossible, and He wants to do that in your life.
Take everything you need. Take every part of me. Give me some room to breathe before I lose control.
You might have lost your job, or maybe you're in a job and you're not walking out your dreams. You know there's more. You know you're called to something bigger, but you're not living it out, and it seems like it'll never change. You know, a long time ago when I was younger, I was really overweight. I was really insecure. I lost my dad to suicide when I was 5 years old, so I didn't have this father figure to encourage me and pour into me and help me to be that strong guy. And so I became a bit of a mama's boy. And you know, to kind of deal with the issues of bullying and getting picked on at school, I started to eat to the point that I was really overweight. And I was, you know, overweight and picked on, and people called me fat and all kinds of names all the way through public school till the end of grade 8. And all of a sudden I picked up skateboarding. Started to skate, and my mom was so stoked to get me out of the house, because before that all I did was, you know, collect baseball cards, eat barbecue potato chips, and watch baseball and hockey on TV. And so when I finally started to skateboard all summer long and having fun and enjoying it, my mom was so stoked to finally get me out of the house. But something crazy happened at the end of that summer. All of a sudden my friends started to come up to me and they're like, "Hey Chris, you're skateboarding now. Oh, that's really cool, man. That's awesome." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm skating now." And they're like, "Dang, dude, you're wearing jeans." I'm like, "Yeah, I guess I am." They're like, "Man, looks like you lost some weight. Did you lose weight?" I'm like, "Yeah, I guess I did, man. I'm fitting into these jeans now." And you gotta understand, guys, I was picked on for years. I used to punch myself in the stomach. I hated who I was because I was so overweight and I wanted something different, and it seemed like it would never change. It seemed it was impossible. But that fat melted off my body that summer. And I believe it's because I got my eyes off of my problems. And oh, woe is me. I lost my dad. I didn't have daddy to help me out. I didn't have this, I didn't have that. And I got focused on a dream. And what seemed impossible, like could never happen, and it happened. And that's because God is in the business of doing the impossible, and He wants to do that in your life if you just don't quit, if you stay in the game and you keep fighting. I wasn't good at music. I wasn't good at rapping. I was made fun of all the time. I was picked on. I remember one open mic night. We went downtown Toronto, and you know, the beat came on and I tried to rap and do something, and I said some kind of goofy things, and these two girls in the corner, my friend saying, "Yeah, he's feeling the vibe. Is he feeling the vibe?" And he's just kind of making fun of me and laughing at me. I had pennies tossed at my head. I had people reject me, say you're no good, say you're never gonna make it, just go back to your IT job. But this dream kept on stirring on the inside of me, kept on stirring. And I know you have a dream stirring on the inside of you, and that's why passion keeps driving you. And it drove me to keep pursuing the dream. Even when I signed to a record label, I thought I had made it. But all of a sudden I realized I hadn't, because I wasn't selling any records. And all of a sudden the label was gonna drop me. But then thousands and thousands of miles across the world, across the other side of the earth, in a small city, Japan, Tokyo country, all of a sudden I'm selling thousands and thousands and thousands of albums. That never happens, but it happened. And it's because God is in the business of doing the impossible, and He wants to do the impossible in your life. But He needs you to keep moving. In my book, Fighter, 5 Keys to Conquering Fear and Reaching Your Dreams, I talk about how it's easier to steer a moving ship than one that is just standing still. Can I encourage you to start moving? Yeah, you might fall, you might go the wrong way, but hey, if you're going the wrong way, at least we can stir you back on course and get you going the right way. You know, action fuels success. Stagnity, not moving at all, doesn't help anyone. A swamp is dead because there's no life, there's nothing moving. And I want to encourage you to move, write down your dream, do something. Make a phone call, write a song, do whatever it is you can do to move your dream a little bit further. And let God put His super on your natural. We're natural human beings, but God is a supernatural being. And I know that the more I take action, and I take that step of faith. It takes a step of faith to tap into the impossible. No, the fat didn't just come off me automatically. You know, I had to take a step of faith and get wrapped up in a dream. Can I get you to get wrapped up in your dream? I still remember what it was like to be single, to be alone, to not have a girlfriend in my life, and to want to have that beautiful girl in my life and be married, have children. I remember what it was like to be single and to be all alone. And I saw this beautiful girl, this beautiful woman. She was a model. And many people said, she's way out of your league, bro. No, she's not out of my league. She might be out of your league, but she's not out of my league. Walked up to her. What seemed impossible. Started to talk to her. Held hands. Had our first kiss. Dated for 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 5 years we dated. And now we've been married for over 17 years to the most beautiful girl. I know I'm not the most attractive guy in the world, but God hooked me up with the most beautiful girl. And maybe that's not what you want. You want something else. Your dream is different. Your dream might not be the same as mine, but it's yours. So it's important. And you might not share those secret things, those hidden things that are deep in your heart. You don't tell people about those, but God knows about them. He knows what's important to you and knows the desires of your heart. Will you step out today? Will you take a step of faith and reach for that dream? Even when you've fallen down so many times and you feel like you're treading on that water, or you're even on a treadmill and you feel like you're going nowhere. Chris, it's not working. Can I encourage you to take one more step? Reach for one more dream, my friend. I want to remind you that a fighter isn't someone who never fails. A fighter is someone who never quits. Please pick up a copy of the book Fighter. Let you read the underdog stories. You are not alone in this fight. If God is for you, who could be against you? Click the link below this video. Make sure you hit subscribe. I believe in you.